Investeren in beter. Wat betekent dat? Dit is de Canadese provincie Ontario, met zijn uitgestrekte, serene en vredige noorden. Er is geen plek ter wereld hetzelfde. Tussen zoveel natuur kun je de vrijheid echt voelen. Ook dit is de Canadese provincie Ontario en zijn bruisende, bloeiende zuiden. De industrie en economische mogelijkheden van dit enorme gebied blijven maar groeien. De reistijd van Amsterdam naar Toronto is 7 uur. Maar van Toronto naar de Canadese westkust is nog 5 uur vliegen. Ontario alleen telt al 900.000 vierkante meter aan landmassa. Canada is 235 keer zo groot als Nederland. Maar het is ook een van de dunst bevolkte landen ter wereld. In het zuiden van Ontario vind je een van de dichtst bevolkte gebieden in het hart van de grote meren. Dit is de Golden Horseshoe, het Gouden Hoefijzer. De economische motor van Toronto is slechts een van de vele bijzondere kenmerken van dit gebied. De kern van de Golden Horseshoe begint bij de grote Niagara-watervallen. In deze regio vind je ook bioveld. Hier wordt industriële groei opnieuw gedefinieerd met BMI.
Today was an exciting day where we announced the legal transfer of ownership to the BMI Group. We're calling this BioVeld 2, so it'll be a nice addition to BioVeld 1, which is the former paper mill site, for a total development area of 350 acres and 1 million square feet. One traffic light from downtown Toronto.
Inmiddels is 55.000 vierkante meter van het noordelijke bioveldterrein verhuurd. Een tweede complex dat een oppervlakte van 40.000 vierkante meter beslaat, is nu beschikbaar om optimaal gebruik te maken van de regionale opslagmogelijkheden. De kanalen in de regio verbinden bioveld met Detroit, Chicago en Toronto. Dit maakt verdere versnelling van economische groei mogelijk.
The only place in Niagara where it comes together with rail and marine, and as you can see, has amazing potential for modern industrial uses. And it certainly didn't look like this 3 weeks ago, so they've done a wonderful job cleaning it up and getting it operational. Our partnership has been extremely productive. Certainly the Veldman's entrepreneurial spirit has kept us on our toes. Things have accelerated and moved at a velocity that nobody had anticipated.
Investeren in beter begint met nadenken over nieuwe mogelijkheden.
It's a small community, about 1,000 people here, and it's very interesting because it's always been a place of wealth in Canadian history. Moose, caribou, beaver, pelts were into Nipigon and then came out Red Rock and traded with the world. So it's always, it has a special place in Canadian history. It's one of the world's biggest paper mills for a long time.
This was our settlement site back in the day. One of the very first ones, just at that Red Rock Mill site. It was just a really good childhood growing up in and around the area. It was, there was always something to do. Very, very family oriented, and it was a great place to grow up. Mill closures have impacted our communities, both Nipigon, Red Rock, and my First Nation as a whole. They were the leading industry in the area. Overnight, they closed. A lot of people lost their jobs, a lot of people lost their livelihood. We relied mostly on that plywood mill, and now we're relying on tourism more. So the dynamics changed. We had to come up with new ways, innovative ways to keep our towns going, to keep our economy up.
When we set this example of how Red Rock, this kind of sleeping town, can be revived and new houses are built, not one but maybe even 100 or 1,000.
We cherish water. Water's life. So the connection to Lake Superior is strong. We've traveled by canoe. We've settled on the lake. It's our highway.
Omdat de ligging van de grote meren zo strategisch is, tussen zoveel omvangrijke economieën, zullen ze een economische groei zoals Ontario die nog nooit meegemaakt heeft, mogelijk blijven maken.
It's beautiful here. Canadians don't know it. Everyone else in the world doesn't know it, and so we want to make a destination.
De wereldwijde vraag naar waardevolle grondstoffen is tegenwoordig groter dan ooit. De toevoer van mineralen uit het noorden zal blijven voorzien in wat de wereld nodig heeft.
With the shift recently, with all the mining activity here in northwestern Ontario, in order to go green, the battery revolution, you need nickel, you need cobalt, you need lithium. All of these critical minerals are here in northwestern Ontario.
In and around the area, we have many projects on the go in regards to mining. Lots of mineral-rich areas in this area. Tons of opportunity. We want to take advantage of that.
We'd like to position ourselves as a critical mineral hub, as a port that can both bring these mining machines in and take those minerals out.
Opening the deep sea port here would open up transportation from our area to where these minerals are processed, to where they're used. What's very exciting is the mining projects going on today in our area, and I guess connecting our mineral-rich environment in our area with the rest of the world. You know, having this port opened is going to just be a huge economical driver for all, and be an effective means of transportation to go through the old shipping lanes that were already established back in the day.
This is the greatest lake on Earth, and we're here. We have the opportunity to make history in a really positive way. We also have a jump start in that we have natural gas, a water treatment plant, sewage facilities, and hydroelectricity here on the property. We get to make a new community. We get to be creative. What are we going to do here? Let's make a positive difference. To be part of the green energy shift and that shift to sustainable energy, it's fantastic. It's a dream.
In Thorold, that's the multimodal hub, and that's where the logistics can be arranged for connection with the world.
De wereldwijde vraag naar waardevolle grondstoffen is tegenwoordig groter dan ooit. Als we in deze context naar de teruggang van de industrie kijken en dit combineren met de kennis die de BMI Group heeft op het gebied van herbestemming van industrieel onroerend goed, ontstaan er nog betere mogelijkheden uit deze economische infrastructuren.
So this is the 5th mill, one every 2 years, kind of where we sit and what we have in the pipeline. That's going to continue for probably the next decade.
It's a great partnership. What you get is you get BioValve, BMI Group, making the investment in purchasing these properties. You get the expertise of HOPA Ports in bringing their management skill and their connection within these businesses to bring them forward and bring them to this area. I think that's huge.
Obviously, the Hamilton-Oshawa Port Authority has a fantastic reputation. Morals, ethically, we align. We share the same vision of expanding freight on the Great Lakes. We have some properties in the northern Lake Superior, and so to tie all of that together, it was a great synergy for us all around with HOPA. There are well over 150 jobs created since the closure of the paper mill. We're almost full at BioVeld 1.
So you know that they're serious about what they're doing, and they have a serious partner with HOPA Ports. So I think unlimited potential.
We have to show investments, which we did. And so that brought everybody around. And now today, you know, we have people doing a tour and appreciating what was and has been done. So it's easier to jump on a going train.
Hi everybody, Vic Fideli here, Ontario's Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade. We often say that Ontario is open for business, and that is not just a tagline. Char Technologies is a great example of Ontario entrepreneurs who are solving real problems by innovating. Most people see brush, forest biomass like twigs, branches, and bark, but the team at Char saw beyond that. They figured out how to turn this bulky byproduct into an alternative to fossil fuels that will make an incredible difference. They've truly turned trash into treasure. And we are so happy to hear that Char Technologies will be expanding in Thorold. As Canada's clean energy capital, we need bold solutions to create the clean energy to power our province for generations to come and keep us humming as the economic engine of Canada.
So you have a connection between energy production, energy use, through different tenancies, and creating basically a daisy chain where you have sort of a closed loop. And so for myself, I think that's a big driver.
Omdat de ligging van de grote meren zo strategisch is, tussen zoveel omvangrijke economieën, zullen ze een economische groei zoals Ontario die nog nooit meegemaakt heeft, mogelijk blijven maken. Door de oorlog in Oekraïne is de vraag naar grondstoffen alleen nog maar verder toegenomen. Wat BioVeld de wereldwijde vraag te bieden heeft, leidt snel tot ongeëvenaarde mogelijkheden. Hierdoor ontstaat een enorme vraag naar logistieke ruimte, waarvan in Toronto nog maar minder dan 1% beschikbaar is. De opslagmogelijkheden van Bioveld zorgen er dus langdurig voor dat de markt kan blijven floreren. Bovendien hebben bedrijven vanwege COVID-19 veel producten en onderdelen moeten opslaan. Transport verzorgen over land, water en snelweg. Toevoer van mineralen uit het noorden zal blijven voorzien in wat de wereld nodig heeft. En dankzij de zeecorridor van de grote meren zijn er volop internationale uitbreidingsmogelijkheden. En alsof dat nog niet genoeg is de immigratie in Canada ook nog eens verdubbeld. Meer dan 1 miljoen nieuwe inwoners werden vorig jaar deel van deze economie. Iedereen die Canada thuis noemt, zal land, infrastructuur en banen nodig blijven hebben.
You know, my biggest dream in Red Rock is to make history. We have blank slate here. Let's do something unique. Let's make history. So I think that's why I'm here, why BMI is here. We can make history in a positive way.
It's a game changer, it's very positive, and I'm very, very excited to be a part of it. It's good for the future, it's going to build up the economy.
The future is bright and things are going to get very interesting with more positive announcements to come as we move forward.
So we talk about the green dock, we talk about hydrogen production, we talk about biogas production, we talk about, solar and energy storage, all of these components over the next 10 years. Hopefully that we can come back here and this place is abuzz.
This multimodal hub is not going to just benefit the economy and the supply chains that exist here in southwestern Ontario, but all across this great country and quite frankly, internationally.
The Thorold Hub is one of the grander visions to build a marine sector, and no region is better positioned to do this than Niagara.
The responsibility for this lies heavy on the BMI shoulders, but we truly feel that with the region's support, the politicians' support, and all of the surrounding neighborhoods, we can pull this off. So thank you.
And truly, it's the next generation that's going to live off the legacy of what your hard work is doing today.
The power of community, well, it's grounded in our faith. I mean, we are created to be together and to work together. What we often say, alone you can maybe go faster, but together you can go further. Profit is not just money, it's so much more than that.
Dus wat betekent het om te investeren in beter? Voor ons betekent het dat we samen de toekomst instappen. Met respect voor het verleden en ons land.